Hello everyone, welcome back to our Suendi channel. Today we're having another deck fight video between Aurora Battle Princess, Seraph Clearlight,
as well as Chakrabarti Phoenix Dragon, Nirvana Jheva, featuring Vairina, as well as Trickstar and Suendi.
Without further ado, let us get started. Rock, paper, scissors. I'll choose to go first.
Alright.
Right, ready?
Ready.
Stand up, Vanguard. Aurora Battle Princess, Ruby Crimson.
Surprise 8.
Stand and draw. I'll discard a Seraph Clearlight to write into Kyanite Cobalt. Set the energy generator. Kyanite Cobalt's ability, when it's placed on the Vanguard circle, I may reveal a Seraph from my right deck. If I do, I will search my deck or hand for a Galaxy Eternal Prison Galactolus to put it into my order zone. I'll put a Galactolus for my deck. If I put it for my hand, Kyanite will draw me additional card. Right. And with that, I'll end my turn.
Alright, my turn. Draw. I'll discard a card to write into Reno. Since I went second, I'll gain 3 energy. When I activate my energy generator, surprise X ability, I'll draw a card. I'll move on to the battle phase. Reno will attack your Vanguard.
Yep. I will not guard.
Alright, drive trigger check, no trigger.
Damage check, no trigger.
Right. I end my turn.
Okay, stand and draw. Energy charge. I will discard another Seraph Clearlight to write Reset Peach. Reset Peach ability, when it's placed on the Vanguard circle. If I have a prison in my order zone, so +1, I'll reveal a grade 3 Seraph from my right deck once more to draw a card, and my opponent will imprison a card from their hand.
Right.
Next, I'll call Blitzstaff Muna and Aurora Battle Princess, Flawless Lila. Lila's ability, when it's placed on the Vanguard circle, my opponent will imprison a card from their drop zone. Next, if I have 2 or more cards imprisoned in my prison, I can count +1 to draw a card. Right. I'll move on to the battle phase. Flawless will attack your Vanguard for 10,000.
I'll guard.
Okay, boosted by Muna, Reset Peach will attack your Vanguard.
I'll not guard.
Drive check, no trigger.
Damage trigger check, no trigger.
Yep, I'll end my turn.
Stand, draw. Discard to write to Ryu. Reno's ability, when Ryu rides on Reno, I'll search my deck for Trickstar and call it to Vanguard circle. I will counterblast 1 to call out both my Trickstars from the prison.
Okay, when that happens, the ability of Galactolus and Muna will both activate. First, I'll resolve the ability of Galactolus. When my opponent calls a card from my prison, if I have not soul charged this turn, I may soul charge, so I'll soul charge once. Next, Muna's ability, during either player's main phase, if a card is placed from my order zone to a rearguard circle, so +1 to draw a card.
I'll call Aparaja. Aparaja's ability, also +1. Discard a card from my hand. I'll search my deck for a Prayer Dragon and call it to rearguard circle. I'll call Arm, yes. Alright, I'll proceed to the battle phase. Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi. Trickstar and Suendi will attack your rearguard.
Yep, I will not guard.
Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi, Ryu will attack your Vanguard.
Okay, I will not guard that as well.
Drive trigger check, no trigger.
Okay, damage check, no trigger.
Boosted by Arcneus, Aparaja will attack your Vanguard.
I will take that damage as well. So damage check, heal trigger. I will heal 1 damage and give 10,000 to Reset Peach.
Alright, I end my turn.
Okay. Stand and draw. I will discard a critical trigger to write Seraph Clearlight for my right deck. Right. I will move on straight to my battle phase. Boosted by Muna, I will attack Upper Raja.
I will not guard.
Twin Drive, second check, critical trigger. I'll give the effects to my Vanguard, but it's attacking a rear guard. And I'll end my turn.
Stand. Drop. I'll discard RS Vairina to ride into Chakrabarti Phoenix Dragon, Nirvana Jheva. I'll activate the effect of Ryu first to look at the top 7 cards of my deck. For Prayer Dragon. I did not get a Prayer Dragon. Alright, RS Vairina's ability. I'll put RS Vairina into Soul. Search my deck for a Talisman. And put it into the drop zone. I will crossover dress using Trickstar and Suendi as well as Piercing Crypt Dragon Agnes. For Seraph Vairina, Agnes' ability. When it becomes an original dress, I can Soul Blast 1 to counter charge 1. I'll use Nirvana Jheva's ability. Discard a card from my hand. I can call a Trickstar as well as a Prayer Dragon. I'll call a Trickstar and Upper Raja. Upper Raja's ability. Soul Blast 1. Discard a card from my hand. I'll search my deck for an Agnes. Agnes' ability, when it's called onto the rearguard circle, Energy Blast 3, or retrieve a crossover dress unit. I'll put Bar Vairina to my hand. I'll crossover dress Trickstar and Suendi as well as Agnes. I'll crossover dress Afraja as well as Trickstar and Suendi. Sorry. Afraja's ability, when it becomes an original dress, I'll draw one. And it can't be targeted by my opponent's abilities. I'll move to battle phase. Boosted by Agnes, Bar Vairina will attack a Vanguard. Bar Vairina gets 2000 power for every open rearguard circle on my opponent's side.
I will not guard Bar Vairina. I'll take 1 damage. No trigger.
Right. Seraph Vairina will attack the Vanguard. This is 23.
Right. I will guard with a front trigger. He'll go into my zone.
Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi, Nirvana Jheva will attack the Vanguard. Nirvana Jheva's ability, Counter Blast 1, and I'll choose to restand Seraph Vairina. This is 28. Triple drive.
I will no guard Nirvana.
Okay. First check, critical trigger. I'll give the critical to Nirvana. Power to Seraph Vairina. Second check. Third check.
Yep. I'll take 2 damage. First check, front trigger. Give them. Second check, no trigger.
Okay. I'll attack with Seraph Vairina. This is 33.
Right. I'll guard with a front trigger once more. He'll go into my soul.
I will end my turn.
I will not ride. I'll move on to my main phase. I'll activate Clearlight's activator ability, Soul Blast 1. To choose one of my opponent's card to imprison, I'll choose Trickstar and Suendi. Next, I'll call Security Upgrader. If I have a grade 3 or greater Seraph Vanguard and I have not ridden this turn, I may retire this card to search my deck or drop for a grade 4 Seraph to Superior Ride it. I'll Superior Ride Seraph Pure Light. And when I do, my opponent chooses a card from their drop zone to imprison, and the cost of the grade 4's auto ability is reduced by 1. Now I activate Pure Light's automatic ability. Since Security Upgrader reduces it by 1 counter blast, I will only Soul Blast Clearlight for the cost. My opponent will choose 2 cards from their hand, 2 cards from their field, and 2 cards from their soul to imprison. Next, when Seraph Pure Light is Soul Blasted for the cost of my Vanguard's ability, during my opponent's next turn, if they call rearguards from their prison, that unit's auto abilities will not activate from that call. There are currently 9 cards that are imprisoned. I'll call Corner Citrus. When it's placed on a Vanguard circle, my opponent will imprison a card from their drop zone. If they do, I may Energy Blast 3 to draw a card. Next, I'll call another Blitzstaff Muna, and then I will call a Seraph Clearlight to the Vanguard circle. I'll activate Seraph Clearlight's activated ability. It works on the Vanguard circle as well. I'll Soul plus 1. I'll choose one of my opponent's rearguards to imprison. If I do not imprison a rearguard, my opponent will choose a card from the drop zone to imprison. And now, Muna's continuous ability. If I have 3 or more cards in my order zone, it gains power plus 5000. And Seraph's Clearlight's ability. For every 2 cards imprisoned, my units gain power plus 5000. So with 11 cards, if I have 10 or more, my front row also gains critical plus 1. I'll move on to the battle phase. Corner Citrus will attack your Vanguard for 35,000 with 2 criticals.
Right. I'll got 30,000.
Okay. Boosted by Muna, Seraph Clearlight will attack your Vanguard. Corner Citrus ability, when my grade 3 or greater Seraph Vanguard attacks, she will gain power plus 10,000. If I have 3 or more cards, if I have 5 or more cards in prison, counter plus 1, I'll stand her.
Okay.
Triple drive, first check, Q trigger. I'll give the power to Clearlight. Second check, third check, no triggers.
2 damage.
Yep.
First check. Second check.
Next, Clearlight will attack your Vanguard. When it attacks, if I have 3 or more cards in prison, it gains plus 10,000 power and drive plus 1, but it will not drive check on the Vanguard circle.
This is 58.
This is 58,000.
Now take this. First check. Second check.
Okay. At the end of the battle, if it's on the Vanguard circle, it will move into my soul, and I'll draw a card. So Citrus will attack your Vanguard for 58,000.
I'll got even over trigger.
Okay. I will end my turn.
My turn. Stand. Draw. I will Counter Blast 1. To call out 2 units.
Yep. At this moment, the ability of both my Munas will activate. I will use the both of them. I'll Soul Blast 2 to draw 2 cards. Next, I'll resolve the ability of Galactolus. I'll Soul Charge 1.
I will again Counter Blast. Call out 2 units. Oh, sorry. I'll call it this. Okay. I will use Nirvana Jheva's ability to discard 1. To call out 2 units. Agnes' ability, when it's called out to the rearguard circle, and G plus 3, can add a crossover dress unit. Oops. To my hand. I'll add Vairina. I will crossover dress Vairina. Right. I will proceed to battle phase. Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi, Vairina will attack the Vanguard. This is 22.
Okay. I'll gut with a Q trigger.
Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi, Vairina will attack the Vanguard. This is 28.
Alright. I will take that damage check, critical trigger. I'll give the power to Pure Light.
Right. Nirvana Jheva attacks the Vanguard. Skill. Counter Blast. Oops. I'll restand Vairina. Vairina's ability. Counter Blast. I'll restand all my other talismans and prayer dragons. This is 23.
Good. I'll gut with a Sentinel. I'll discard a Rifle Warrior.
Triple drive. First check. Second check. Draw trigger. I'll give the power to Vairina. Draw 1. the check. Draw trigger. I'll give the power to Seraph Vairina. Draw 1. Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi. Seraph Vairina attacks the Vanguard. This is 38.
I'll gut with 2 triggers.
Boosted by Trickstar and Suendi. Power Vairina will attack the Vanguard. This is 32.
I will gut with a critical trigger.
I will end my turn.
Then I draw. I will not write. I'll call a corner citrus. When she enters, my opponent will imprison a card from their drop zone. And then if they do, I'll pay energy +3 to draw a card. I'll call Security Upgrader, and I'll activate its ability. Since I have not ridden this turn, I may Superior Ride a Pure Light for my deck or drop zone. I'll Superior Ride for my deck. Next, Upgrader will imprison 1 from your drop zone from its ability, and reduce the cost of Pure Light by 1. I'll activate the ability of Pure Light. I'll Soul Blast Clearlight for the cost. To imprison 2 from your hand, your field, and your soul. I'll call Rightful Roya. With 12 cards, my front row will gain an additional 30,000 power each and a critical. I'll move on to the battle phase. Corner Citrus will attack your Vanguard for 40,000 power.
I'll use the ability of Trickstar and Suendi. If it's an original dress, I can move it to the Guardian Circle. It gains 5,000 shield. I'll do it for the other Trickstar and Suendi as well. So this is 2 10,000s. So this sets me at 33. I'll go with another 10,000.
Okay. I will attack with the other corner citrus for the same amount.
Alright, I will not card. Take damage, first check, heal trigger. I'll give the power to my Vanguard. I'll heal 1. Second check, no trigger.
Alright, thank you very much. Hi everyone, welcome back. So that has been the deck fight video between Aura Battle Princess, Seraph Clearlight,
as well as Chakrabarti, Phoenix Dragon, Nirvana Jheva.
So over here we have the deck for the Prison deck based on Aura Battle Princesses, along with the new support card, Seraph Clearlight and Flawless Lyra. So it's a fairly simple build. We have 4 copies of Pure Light and Security Upgrader to maximize our chances of riding into Pure Light, as she is the most powerful card you could have on your 4th turn. And for the rest of the deck, it's fairly simple. We have Rightful and Muna for card advantage in the back row. We have Corner Citrus as a solid beater, and she also grants you card advantage and additional imprison to turn on Rifle if you need be. And finally, we have 2 Explosive Melting Hearts. It did not come up during the game, but it reduces the enemy power for 5,000 for every imprisoned card for the entire turn. So it's quite useful against decks that restand their units. If you feel that Derry Violet, which allows you to sentinel any grade 2 or less attacks, is better for the decks you're facing, please feel free to replace it with Derry Violet. So that is all for the Aura Battle Princesses.
For the Nirvana Jheva side, even though I wasn't able to showcase too much of the power of Ars Vairina, Ars Vairina is a very strong early card for you to filter out and obtain all your critical pieces. You achieve that with Ars Vairina as well as cards like Cindy and Archneus, which allow you to retrieve your crossover dress units. Since Ars Vairina puts talismans into the drop, you can retrieve all your critical pieces early. And Ars Vairina also goes to the soul, which is why we decide to play back Bar Vairina, which allows you to clear your opponent's board more efficiently. Definitely you keep Seraph Vairina in the deck because Seraph Vairina allows Nirvana to have triple drive. I've opted to play only 1 copy of Mirrors Vairina. I think that drawing to the pieces is good, but you don't really need to keep Mirrors Vairina in hand. Bills Vairina allows you to retrieve crossover dress copies from your drop as well. So if you happen to have 2 in your drop, you can Bills Vairina to retrieve the other crossover dress unit. Right, so we cut down the number of Seraph Vairinas because with Ars Vairina's existence, you get to guarantee it as much as possible. Alright, so a lot of the other Prayer Dragons are generally one-offs, not critical to the deck build, but Agnias and Aparaja are considerably critical because of the lack of deck space, as well as wanting to greed on certain cards like Defensing Roar, as well as the Protection Twin cards. I have opted to cut down some of the other cards like Ars Vairina and Aparaja, but you could totally not play these two and add more Ars Vairina and Aparaja. Yep. That's it for the Nirvana Jheva deck.
So thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for future Cardfight Vanguard deck fight videos. Thank you.
Thank you.